someone. The man went on live and started dissing and flexing on the man that he had just robbed, since it was one of his ops.
Man, it's raw. God, man, I be striking for real. Y'all know what the going on with God, man. Get away though, ain't I just robbed me in Africa? My Muslim brother.
Seconds later, someone who must have been watching his live and knew his location pulled up and robbed the robber and took everything from him, including the car he was in.
Straight like that. And I got me a key for every week, big. Get away though. Any 54 so need. Got the car. Bro, give me that chain. Got it. Flexing it. You got it, bro. You flexing it.
But this next man didn't have any problems with his ops on live. Instead, it was the cops. In May 2020, a 21-year-old named Sean Reed was driving down I-65 in Indianapolis when an unmarked cop car saw Reed driving recklessly and almost hit another vehicle. So he began following him and even requested backup inside the vehicle. Sean was on live while driving, and when backup arrived, they ended up getting into a high-speed chase for about 10 minutes. The chase eventually ended when Sean drove into a local business and parked. He attempted to get out and run away, which led to Sean getting tased by the police.
Get the out. Oh baby, what's this, Michigan and what? Michigan and what, Ace? I'm finna park this motherfucker on 62nd in Michigan. Somebody come get my stupid. Please come get me. Please come get me. Please go get me. I'm on 62nd in Michigan. I just parked this Go. Please come get me.
Now, long after getting tased, shots can be heard going off in the background from the police. The live stream continued after he was hit, with more than 6,000 people still watching. The video also captures police comments after Sean had been hit, because one officer can be heard saying,
"I think it's gonna be a closed casket, homie."
Probably run after him and then tase him, and then I'm saying that's a good thing to shoot at him. Yeah.
One of the detectives eventually notices the phone and ends the live. But the video quickly started going viral on social media, leading to accusations of police brutality. Police claimed that Sean fired first, and they were just protecting themselves. But the comments definitely weren't a good look. The officer who did it was put under investigation, and Sean's mother ended up winning a wrongful death lawsuit for $390,000 in February 2023. But now, let's talk about GBO Gaston, because he's a LA rapper known for dissing people for clout. After Nipsey passed, he started claiming that it was his body. Gaston originally came up as a gaming YouTuber, but he started going crazy on social media, chasing clout and trying to act hard. He threatened dudes like Crip Mac on IG Live before. And there's even one video that surfaced that shows him blowing at one of his ops while they were on IG Live with each other.
Where's Ty? Tell me. He shot in the air and he went.
The dude wasn't fazed by what GBO Gaston did, since he knew Gaston wasn't really about that action. This clip went insanely viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that before on live. But the video only gets crazier, because Gaston isn't the only rapper who got famous from crazy incidents that happened on live. Because Honeycomb Brazy has had multiple incidents on live that could have costed his life. Because in November 2020, Alabama rapper Honeycomb Brazy went to buy a Kobe Bryant jersey from someone in Montgomery, Alabama. And Brazy was chilling in a parked car outside a barbershop with some of his partners, showing off the jersey to everyone on his live. But suddenly, things went left. Then shots started going off.
I had to buy another one, man.
We need a big man. Whoever the big man, stop for real and the post for real, come
yeah,
get it, man.
Yeah, you gotta be shit like Kobe.
We catching that rebound for real, come get it.
Got it?
Come get it, bitch, out of rebound. Mama.
No
pump making.
Dead way.
The screen goes black while more rounds are fired in the background. Thankfully, everyone made it out of this situation safe. Brazy later released the surveillance footage from outside the barbershop to show another angle of when we're down. A gray SUV can be seen driving by them before Brazy's friends start ducking down behind the car. And a few days after the incident, Brazy went back on live to explain what happened.
Say bye.
The shooters hit the car up pretty bad, and you would have thought Brazy would have been more cautious before going live after this. But a few months later, he was back in the hood chilling with some of his people. Until, out of nowhere, you can see this in the background.
So, man, y'all already know, y'all know how money bag yo D, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. I swear it.
And it doesn't end there with Brazy, because on February 17th, 2021, a man and a lady lost their life while inside their home after someone hit the house up very badly and firebombed it. Firefighters were called to the scene after the fire was started, and other people in the community streamed it on Facebook Live.
my God, Lord have mercy. Man, see about your mama, man. Lord have mercy.
The victims were identified as Tony Lewis and Aaliyah Lewis, and they're the grandparents of Mobile, Alabama rapper Honeycomb Brazy. One of the neighbors spoke on the situation as well when the news questioned them about it, and this is what they had to say.
Watching TV and we heard gunshots, and actually saw some bullets go across our head, so we
had to get down.
We had to get
down.
How
many gunshots did you hear?
I heard over 100 shots.
He was a father. He helped us raise our children. My mom and my daddy did not deserve to die like they did. And we want justice, because ain't no peace. Ain't no peace in how they left here.
More than a year after the incident, police arrested Darren Southall, Terrence Watkins, Jamarcus Chambers, and another suspect. And all of them were charged with 2 counts of murder and several accounts of shooting into a home. And one of the suspects was also known to be a drug kingpin. And sometimes, crazy things can happen on live, even if you're not affiliated with the streets. One day, a woman from Jacksonville, Florida, was preaching on her Facebook Live. And seconds later, you could hear her home getting hit with bullets while she was preaching.
They don't want you to know about it.
Thankfully, no one was harmed in this situation. And that isn't the only time something crazy happened to someone on live who had nothing to do with street politics. Because 38-year-old Warsaw Enagar was on live one day disagreeing with some things the Ethiopian government had done since he's from Ethiopia. But while live, some dudes ran up on both sides of the car, demanding him to get out of the car.
Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Damn, I'm not playing with you. I swear to God, I'm not playing.
Seconds after he got out of the car, one of the carjackers got behind the wheel and drove off while the live was still rolling, till he eventually noticed the camera and hit the phone out of the way.
Right. Hit this left. Right. Oh, you this is right.
Not too long after this incident, Warsaw spoke about the incident to news reports.
I'm so scared because they have a gun. They need to shoot me. They say to get off your car. They take my car.
And police were also able to recover Warsaw's car and get it safely back to him. Taking something from someone or even talking trash always comes with a huge risk, because you never know how the person is going to retaliate. And that's what happened in this next clip. There's one gangster who was at the gas station just pumping gas until one of his ops spotted who he was and pressed him since he was talking crazy online.
They caught him. Oh, that ain't who I think it is. That ain't who I think it is. That ain't who I think it is. That ain't who I think it is.
The dude seemed embarrassed since he didn't say anything. But seconds later, the person recording threw a hook and dropped the dude.
You tripping. Drop it.
He went on to drop the dude about 3 times back to back, since he claimed that the man shouldn't have been talking crazy to him and his people. And seconds later, he spotted the dude's friend in the car and went up and pressed him as well, since he claimed he was also talking crazy.
Who acting crazy? Who acting crazy? That you talking crazy too on. You talking crazy. Pull a gun out if you want to. Pull a gun out if you want to pop your. Pull a gun out. He ain't help his homie. Look, he ain't help his homie. He ain't help his homie. He's a bitch. Look at him. Falling.
And sometimes it's just best to keep things off the internet and not to go live, because this next man wasn't so lucky and ended up getting busted seconds after bragging about a shooting he had just committed on live. The dude had just popped someone and went on live seconds after the shooting to let everyone know about it while riding in the car with someone. The dude was obviously feeling himself after the shooting, since he let everyone know how many times he hit his target.
You hit him? Yeah, I hit the 4 times. Oh God. Oh God, I hit that. I ain't got time to be talking, bro.
He then went on to let everyone know that the shooting was going to make the news later that night, since he put the dude in the hospital.
I didn't know I'm gonna shoot this. Oh God, I hit it about 4 times. Keep running, 4. I'm already pissed off, bro. God, make the news, make the god hood make the news tonight. Wanna play. Put his in the hospital.
And seconds later, after all the bragging on live, police pulled up on the dude, and this happened.
I don't mind. And that turn around, I'm out on foot. That turn around, nigga.
Get out my face.
I'm my mama.
Get out! Get out!
Go.
Hey, I ain't did what I do. Don't shoot, man. You got to be searched.
And it seems like they must have been watching this live without him knowing. And that's how they quickly found out where he was. But it ain't always the dudes who have crazy things go down on live either. Because one day, this girl decided to take the police on a high-speed chase to try and get clout.
She said, call my brother, Tino. Hell yeah.
The girls weren't even getting anywhere with the chase, and they instantly knew it was a bad idea. They quickly folded once the cops caught up with them.
Y'all look now.
And that ain't the only time something crazy happened to some girls while on live, because a group of girls were on Facebook Live arguing with some of their ops.
I hate people beat to top of fight. What the they gonna do?
And I guess they weren't prepared for what happened next, because one of the people they were arguing with came up to them and sprayed bear mace in the car to get at them.
Even though I wanted them to rock the rhythm. What y'all doing, huh?
It seems best not even using live if you know you have ops, since it almost automatically gives them your location if they're familiar with the area. Because Chicago rapper Spider D went viral for a situation he had while on IG Live. Back in May 2020, he was outside talking about some new music he planned to drop, but out of nowhere, he changed the topic and started talking about his ops. Seconds later, you could hear a car pull up and someone hit at him with a button.
On BD, they know, hey, you know what they say about with the hoodie on in the summertime on BD. He ain't out here trying to play. BD in. Right up.
According to internet rumors, Spider D had dissed someone named G-Ski from a GD set, because there's even videos of the two beefing with each other on Instagram Live.
Break it down to beef and what beef. Folks in them don't know you. Folks in them don't know you. Folks in them don't know.
Thankfully, Spider wasn't harmed in the situation, but Chicago is a wild city with one of the highest murder rates in the country. And things have got so bad that back in 2017, a 20-year-old pregnant woman was driving around the west side of Chicago. Her boyfriend was in the passenger seat while the nephew was in the backseat. The woman was on Facebook Live listening to music while driving around the city when suddenly a fire erupted. The woman can be heard yelling while at least 12 shots can be heard off camera. The woman eventually gets out of the car and runs to get help from a nearby house. She can be heard telling witnesses to call 911. Thankfully, the woman survived. But unfortunately, her boyfriend and the nephew passed away. The man was identified as Lazarick Collins and was believed to be the target of the shooting. The woman told police that another car blocked her way as she was driving down an alley. And that's when a dude got out of the car and started firing. So, it sounds like an attack that was linked to gang violence. And that isn't the only time something crazy has happened on a live in Chicago. On March 31st, 2016, a man named Brian Fields was hit while standing outside a gas station in Chicago. At the time of the incident, he was looking down at the cell phone or recording himself on Facebook Live. Just before the shooting, he could be heard telling the camera, "They said they heard I was up here, so they had to open the store back up for the kids. And I need somewhere to duck and hide for cover."
Heard I was up here, so they had to open the store back up for the kids. I need somewhere to duck and hide for cover.
Minutes later, shots can be heard, and the suspect is briefly shown on camera. Brian was hit multiple times, including at least once in the face. Brian was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and thankfully, he pulled through. The shooter wasn't arrested, but police believe that it was gang-related. But not long after pulling through, Brian's enemies came back and took his life a few months later, because Brian lost his life while sitting in a white two-door vehicle in the 1900 block of West Garfield Boulevard. Now, let's move on to a dude from Alabama named Huncho De Niro, who was on live arguing with some of his ops one day since they fell out with each other.
You going live about me for? Man, I said you ain't gang. You ain't gang. You ain't hanging around me and Shannon and Ray Ray and Kendrick. Wait. Oh, mom. I'm on through the plan. I'm a dump. Oh.
Huncho eventually sees his ops ride by, so he drops the phone and they get into a quick standoff.
On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no. On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no. I ain't beefing with the North Side because of no more. I ain't beefing with Love because of these. I ain't beefing.
He then tells them to drive by again since he was ready for whatever. It seems like the dude he was beefing with must have been watching his live because literally, like 3 seconds later, they hit the block again. More shots can be heard before he runs into the house and ends the live.
On the right, spin back through. I ain't playing with none of y'all. Wait. Hit record. The shoot. Man, shoot while they drive down the street while they record.
But Ancho isn't the only one who went crazy on live when seeing his ops, because this next dude did the same. Because one day, Freshie and his friends were chilling on the block, dancing and listening to some music while on IG Live, until one of the men noticed someone unusual pass by them. Once they noticed who it was, Freshie and his boys instantly started trying to chase the dude down.
No. That's Quay. Yo, we on it. What about what? What about what? What about what? You know, okay. What is it? What about what? No Quay. No Quay. Nah. You know we was on your boy. Quay. We had caught you, boy. Quay. And we ain't got no. Quay.
The dude named Quay that they were chasing was too quick and ended up getting away since he was riding a dirt bike. But not long after this incident, Freshie and some of his homies ended up catching the dude named Quay once again, but this time while he was at work.
What?
I don't want no beef.
What?
I don't want no beef.
What, Quay?
And that's why you always have to be careful when going live, especially when you're in the streets, since you never know who's watching. One night, Bugatti was live on Instagram, chilling in his car and talking to fans, until someone off camera approached Bugatti's car, telling him he needed to move the car since he was in front of his house. And eventually, they started arguing, and things got so bad that the guy tried robbing him.
Ain't you that rapper?
Yeah, what's over?
Cool. Man, I heard you got them features going for sale.
Okay, say, I'm waiting on somebody, bro.
Yeah.
What you want?
Who you waiting on?
What you want, fam?
Man, what this bro? Spanish shit, you hear me? I'm just trying to make sure everything all good.
No one could tell what was going on, but you could hear them tussling in the background before shots started going off and before someone ended the live. And it's not clear if Bugatti got hit, but he's still dropping music and doing interviews. So if he got hit up, he kept it on the low and made a full recovery.
Let's call. Let's call.
Where y'all going at? Where y'all going at? Get this shit.
And his next dude had a similar situation happen to him, but it seems like he got off on the robber. In the video, a man can be seen with a large stack of money, showing it off to the camera. He also keeps dissing some of his ops, claiming they aren't getting money like him.
Ain't none of y'all get no money. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Call my phone, man, what's up, all that.
He then goes on to claim he made all that in 10 minutes just from trapping. He also let the viewers know that he lost a few racks yesterday while shooting dice.
Get 10 minutes in, finna bust another play. On God, on my life, on Jesus, finna bust another play. I ain't taking no trips nowhere, none of that. Busting plays, none. 2 bands from dice yesterday.
The dude keeps talking trash to the camera for a few minutes while flexing the money. Then, out of nowhere, things went left because this happened.
Yes, bro. Yes. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
The camera then goes black for a minute and shots can be heard going off in the background. Seems like the dude recording is the one firing. The camera then comes back into focus and the man can be heard yelling, "What the? How you delete this?"
How the you delete this, bro? How the you get out this? Man.
Seems like the dude got as far away from the scene as possible. But unfortunately, the man in the next clip never left the scene and things ended bad. Because a father of 4 goes live on Facebook begging for help during a construction fire. The man lets everyone on live know his location and says that he can't get out.
Yo, I'm at South Park right now at work. The building on fire and I can't get out. It's getting harder and harder for them to see us. We're gonna have to stand out here, man, to see. The building on fire, I'm trapped inside, me and my man.
After a while, the man started screaming for help since no one was coming and the smoke was heavy, so no one couldn't really see him.
Yo, this building is on fire. I'm at work. Somebody send help.
Unfortunately, the man passed away in the fire, and his mother was watching his final moments play out since she was watching his Facebook Live.
Just from the live and the way the room filled up with smoke, I didn't see it being any hope. A loving father, caring person, and he just wanted to be with his children.
In this next clip, a 19-year-old man from Memphis named Zeke Huncho. On September 7th, 2022, Zeke randomly started driving around Memphis, firing at random people while streaming it on Facebook Live.
I don't wag on camera. I pull up and do this. I don't do what them say. No faking. No faking. You hear me? This real. On my mama, Kate, how you think I'm playing? Kate, I'm for sure real. This real.
Zeke was riding around the city, crashing out, and doing this to almost any random person he had seen while on live. Zeke ended up hitting 4 people, and all of them passed away. Another 3 were hit, but survived, and an 8th victim was carjacked and thankfully uninjured. Memphis police ended up putting out an alert warning everyone in the city about Zeke that said, be on the lookout for a male black occupying a blue or silver sedan, possibly an Infiniti or Nissan, who was responsible for multiple shootings. We are getting reports that he is recording his actions on Facebook. We do not have a specific location of where he is now. If you have any information of his whereabouts, call 911 immediately. Not long after the statement, police ended up catching Zeke after he crashed a Dodge Challenger that he carjacked from someone near Ivan in Hodges Road.
They got him. Oh, girl, they got him. There you go, right there. There you go, girl. There you go. I got the best seat in my house, and you do too. I told you, America. They got him, girl. Oh, Lord, they got him. Thank God they got him, because causing all kind of destruction and things.
Zeke is facing a long list of charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder, reckless endangerment, and the commission of an act of terrorism. But Zeke isn't the only one from Memphis who has something crazy happen live. A young Memphis rapper named PSO Emmett was attending a funeral for his friend Jamarco Smith, another teen from Memphis who passed. On the way to the funeral, Emmett's cousin, PSO Dede, went live on IG, which showed them walking with a group down the road to the church where the funeral was being held. Towards the end of the live, Dede and the dudes started taunting their ops, telling them they ain't on nothing and never did anything to them.
Never been on good. Been on. I ain't never sent a slingshot our way. On God. On God. Talk. I bet you don't make it off.
Not long after all the dissing, a group of shooters pulled up in a black Jeep and started letting off shots, hitting both Emmett and his cousin Dede before fleeing. Dede was rushed to the hospital, but Emmett was pronounced dead on the scene. And even though P.S. Emmett was known for showing guns in his music videos and rapping about the streets, his mother told the news that he was just a normal kid who worked at Wendy's, went to school, and worked on his music. Emmett's father also felt the same way.
I'm trying not to break down on this camera because I want my message heard. I want my son's killers brought to justice.
A 22-year-old named David Lee was later arrested in connection with the shooting, and he is being charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Police also arrested Rico Lee, another person who had something to do with the shooting. And if you enjoyed the video, click this other video on the screen. Trust me, you'll enjoy it too. From getting kicked out of your own hood to getting chased out of the mall on live, or getting humiliated in front of your mom. These are rappers who got humiliated on live. Starting with King, a rapper from New Orleans, Louisiana, who's more known for some questionable things he's done than his music. From getting caught stealing a juice box out of a corner store to doing some weird things with his blood brother on IG Live. King has taken a lot of L's in his career, but the worst moment was when he got humiliated by some goons on live. Because King was in a parking lot at Lenox Mall, and he started throwing up some gang signs. King thought he met a fan, but after a few seconds, the dude with the camera snaps and calls King a B and lets him know he'll whoop him.
What's all that? Bracket, big beast. You a I'll beat your I got my Look at you running. Look at this big running. Yeah.
King was scared for his life, and after a few seconds, he stops running and tries to play hard when his people are around. And his video did a lot of damage to King's reputation. So a year later, King decided to speak on the situation in an interview with DJ Small Eyes and said this wasn't really nothing for real.
Now, the Lenox Mall incident. What exactly happened?
It wasn't really, it wasn't no situation like, it wasn't no trying to fight a like that or trying to fight me.
But this next rapper situation is even crazier because Soulja Boy is always down for drama. In 2017, he was beefing with Chris Brown and wanted to prove that he still had respect in the streets. So he pulled up to the hood on IG Live, but it didn't go down how he expected it to, and he ended up getting humiliated.
Hey, what's going on, man? They say Soulja ain't from the hood. They say Soulja ain't from the hood. Get off me, though. Oh, yeah, that's like, what's happening?
Soulja tried putting his arm around the dude like they were cool, but the other guy obviously wasn't feeling it and told Soulja to get off of him. That's when Soulja put his phone down to square up and hit with the guy, but the video cut off before anything really happened. Soulja Boy also got pressed back in 2019 when he bumped into Casanova at the SiriusXM headquarters. Allegedly, Soulja Boy had yelled at a lady before the video started, and Casanova told him,
"You screamed at a lady, you bugging out, homie. Yo, you bugging out. You got all over your face. You bugging out. You high. You snapped. I understand, but you bugging out, homie."
It looked like the situation was about to get crazy.
See how she ran out?
But you don't understand how they treat
I understand what you're saying. It's females, homie. Look,
running late for
females.
So if they females, they need to talk like females. Why is she talking like she gangster?
Yo, you gonna hit the female?
I'm not gonna touch the female.
Alright, so why you scaring the female?
Fans clown Soulja Boy after seeing this, since Soulja always puts on a tough act on camera. This next rapper, because he got caught and humiliated in front of his mom by his op. In early 2022, New York drill rapper Shy E.K. was on IG Live when he humiliated a YG's rapper. The rapper was sitting in the car next to his mom, and Shy walked up to the car and told the rapper,
"Nah, you is not OG's K. Stop saying you OG's K. Word about, stop saying you OG's K. If I are you worried about? Yeah, stop saying you OG's K. You not OG's K. You not OG's K. What you talking about? I'll it out you. Stop saying you not OG's K. Word about my.
The rapper wouldn't even look up at him or say anything, and it was clear that he didn't want no smoke. But if you thought that was crazy, you gotta see how this next rapper got humiliated, because you gotta see what happened to TJX6. Because TJ is a scam rapper from Detroit. He got a buzz in 2019 after his song Dark Web went viral. When he talks about doing fraud and stealing identities, he even records videos of him doing scams so everyone can see that he's about that life. But the scamming didn't take long to catch up to him, because a few years ago, TJ posted Lil Baby's ID on his Instagram. He said he was going to get rich since he had all of Lil Baby's information. Fans warned TJ to stop playing and take the post down, since Baby is well respected in Atlanta. But TJ didn't listen and kept the post up. And a few days later, TJ was shopping in Lenox Mall in Atlanta when a bunch of goons ran up on him. A viral video showed TJ running away while the dudes tried to put their hands on him. After the situation, TJ hopped on IG Live and explained what happened.
I still got the little black eye too. Look, I got the little black eye. You see it? Y'all see the black eye? Be my.
But Lil Baby isn't the only rapper with fans who don't play about him. Because after fans found out that Quando Rondo had something to do with the passing of King Von, Lil Durk and Von fans instantly started to hate on him. So now, Quando always has to look over his shoulders since he doesn't know who's out to get him. Things have recently gotten so bad because one of King Von's crazy fans pulled up to Quando's grandmother's house as he wanted to get Quando smoked. You could even hear Quando's people in the background since they were confused.
Where you at? I'm right here coming to your grandma's house. I don't do all this Facebook, boy. You see where the I'm at? You know what the I pulls up. Big pulls the up. Where the look at? Lil Quando. Call it little boy. He live. You see where the I'm at?
And not long after this, Quando was at the mall shopping, and one of Von's fans tried to humiliate Quando.
You ain't scrap. You ain't dirty. I said, let's go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom and get a one. Let's go to the bathroom and get a one. Scare.
And not too long ago, Quando spoke on the Von fans in an interview with Say Cheese TV. And here's what he had to say.
Man, yeah, he's actually, man.
Now let's move on to Chicago rapper Lil Reese, because he's had several incidents happen on live. In 2019, a rapper named Skeezy079 posted a video of Lil Reese getting jumped by 5 guys in the street. And what made this video 10 times worse was that Lil Reese allegedly doo-dooed on himself during the incident. Skeezy also claimed they took everything Lil Reese had, but no one knows if that's true. Reese spoke on the situation a few months later, admitting that he got jumped, but he stood his ground.
Wow. Wow. Where they do that at?
He also posted a video of him with $40,000 on Twitter, claiming that they didn't take anything from him.
So, man, for me, this how much you gonna come up. Take somebody made me. Myself.
The next situation Lil Reese had was even worse, because not even a whole year after the first incident, Reese was out depositing some money into his bank account. And seconds later, his car was hit up. Reese ended up getting hit in the neck. And after all this, Reese said he was just thankful. He didn't care about the streets anymore. But Reese just couldn't catch a break, because on May 15th, 2021, reports claimed that Lil Reese and 3 other dudes were involved in yet another situation. And this situation went down over a stolen car that Lil Reese and the men were riding in, because the 55-year-old father used his GPS tracker to find his son's stolen SRT Durango. The GPS led him to a parking garage connected to some luxury apartments. And when the father approached Lil Reese and the other men in the car, things took a turn. So the driver of the Durango tried fleeing, but ended up hitting a pole, causing the guys to jump out and try to run. That's when someone started hitting at him. And during this altercation, Reese was scraped in the eye. In the video, you also can hear the dude screaming at Lil Reese, since he was mad about his son's car getting stolen. And thankfully, Lil Reese has been out of trouble lately, since he's been giving back to his community. Now let's move on to GBO Gaston, because he's done a lot of crazy things on social media. He even will pull up to celebrities' homes, acting crazy to try and get clout.
Damn, my bar out your house. And open the ring of the door, stop with that pocket. I'm right here. Nigga, come outside on the dead homies, cuz. Finna piss on cuz crib on the dead homies.
People eventually got tired of all Gaston's trolling and started humiliating him each time they caught him. For example, one video showed someone spotting him in the street, and when they tried to press him, Gaston ran inside the police station so he couldn't get touched. In another clip, someone pressed Gaston while he was in court, and another dude caught him and made him apologize for disrespecting Nipsey.
Don't be dissing, man. You diss the gang, I know. That's the piece of all. Say sorry, bro.
I'm sorry for all my sins.
Yeah, weird. You're weird. I'm good.
But things only got worse, because a few weeks later, some Hoovers caught Gaston in the street and did him very bad, since they were tired of all the trolling. Hopefully, Gaston goes back to gaming like how he started off, before the wrong person catches him and things get too out of hand. But GBO Gaston ain't the only rapper who let the trolling catch up to him, because the same happened with 6ix9ine. In early 2021, a video was uploaded to WorldStar showing 6ix9ine getting pressed by some goons while he was in traffic. Whoever's recording the video can be heard yelling, "You a rat," and pointing the camera right at 6ix9ine.
Yo, what you jacking?
The goons keep talking to 6ix9ine crazy, but the car eventually speeds away, and the video ends there.
Moving. Ain't you the big woo? Nah. Ain't you the big woo? Big woo, yeah. All right, so move on me. Move on me. Get out the car and move on me. Get out the car and move on me.
But the next incident is even crazier, because 6ix9ine was working out at an LA Fitness in Florida until some dudes at the gym spotted who he was. So the dudes went live on IG and started recording and following 6ix9ine around. They eventually got him into the restroom, and from there, the dudes started roughing him up. 6ix9ine had no security guards with him during the time, and the dudes did him pretty bad. And thankfully, he quickly recovered and has been out of the way. But this next rapper got humiliated after talking crazy about someone's mom. TikTok star and rapper Twisty P was going crazy in 2022 after he went viral for rapping Yeet songs in public, very loud while high on drugs.
The problem, man, I'm spinning on these perks like I'm a laundromat. See you every day. I bet it's time for a lot of shit ain't hurt. Okay.
And Twisty was going crazy in the underground scene and doing everything to blow up. Cause he even talked crazy about another rapper named Summer's mom. The one Summers called Twisty, he decided to humiliate him on live.
Now what you say his mama's and shit, bro? Why you running away in the street though? You gonna get run over?
Straight, bro.
We straight?
Straight.
Come apologize on camera.
Alright, Summers, I apologize for speaking on your mama, I apologize.
And with Terry?
And Terry, I apologize.
And Blue?
And Blue, I'm sorry.
You sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done, bro.
You sure?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Come on.
But Twisty ain't the only rapper who got humiliated for dissing someone's loved one, because 051 Freaky got humiliated by King Von for having a tattoo dissing his partner. And that ain't the only time Von humiliated someone. So click this video right here to see King Von's most disrespectful moments behind bars.
These are times
rappers attack their fans. And we gotta start off with DaBaby, because he was known for attacking people at one point. Because in 2020, DaBaby was performing at a nightclub in North Carolina. And when he walked in the club, fans were happy and recording him. Everything was going good until one woman reached out trying to record DaBaby and accidentally hit him with the phone while the flash was on. And this pissed DaBaby off, so he responded by slapping her as hard as he could. The situation instantly went viral, and DaBaby posted a video on the gram asking for another angle of the incident since he was touched first.
$1,000 for whoever got a good angle. A shot hit me in my eye with her phone. $10K.
But after DaBaby found out it was a girl he hit, he decided to release an apology video and explain why he smacked her.
I'm very sorry that there was a female on the other end of that flashlight on that phone. But you know, keep in mind, I couldn't see you because you got the flash this close to me, which is okay, it's no problem. A lot of people did. They didn't put it as close as you put it.
But the lady that got smacked by DaBaby didn't accept the apology because she claims that DaBaby didn't care about the damage that he had done to her.
He still makes a joke about it. Like yesterday, he uploaded something on his page in a clothing store making a joke about it. So I don't feel like, you know, he was sincere with the apology. I was embarrassed.
But that isn't the only time DaBaby attacked the fan, because he also attacked his fan and artist, Wisdom. In April 2022, someone on Instagram posted a video from the Spring Jam event in South Carolina that shows DaBaby swinging on Wisdom. In the clip, you can see DaBaby walking backstage at the arena. Right when he passes his artist Wisdom, he turns around and starts swinging at him. The two were at it for a second before security ran and broke everything up. As they're getting pulled apart, they continue yelling at each other, but no one knows what exactly caused this attack. And it's rumored that DaBaby attacked Wisdom since Wisdom lit a firework backstage and almost got the show canceled since people thought it was a gunshot. Then, after everything was broken up, DaBaby walked on stage to perform like nothing happened. But that ain't the craziest moment, because one rapper attacked a fan because he didn't want to take a picture, and another attacked his fan since he wasn't happy about what he said to him. But first, let's talk about Blueface, because he's also been in a ton of drama lately. But in July 2021, Blueface was participating in an influencer boxing match versus TikTok star Kane Trujillo, and everything was going good for Blueface since he had won his boxing match. So he went on to celebrate the win and chop it up with his opponent since they had a good fight. But out of nowhere, a fan ran into the ring and said something crazy to Blueface, and whatever he said didn't sit right with Blue. So he hit the guy with a few combos to calm him down.
I mean, it was crystal clear that he was the better fighter tonight. He didn't get the knockout, but he still came out, showed the world what he can do, and now it's going to be interesting to see who Blueface gets in the ring with next. Oh, that's big. Oh!
That isn't the only time Blueface had to throw hands with a fan. A few weeks ago, a video went viral online of Blueface in the gym training for an upcoming boxing match in October. And everything was all good until a fan wearing a white tank top came up and decided to confront Blueface. That's when the trainer stepped in to calm everything between Blueface and the fan. But shortly after, Blueface snuck up on the fan and started throwing punches at him while wearing his boxing gloves. Then, not long after this, the fan pulled an object out and yelled, "I'm gonna you," to Blueface before poking him in the leg. Police responded to the situation, and Blueface was transported to the hospital and treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Not long after the incident, Blueface went on Instagram to let everyone know that his fight is going to have to be delayed due to the stabbing.
Remember, he just pulled out a knife, and then he scraped you.
So?
Should not.
Don't go there no more?
Because it's gonna pull out a knife again and then scrape you again.
And this next artist actually challenged one of his fans to come on stage so they could box each other. Popular New York rapper Lil TJ was on tour, and on November 13th, 2022, Lil TJ performed at Club Switch in Southampton, a city in England. Everything was all good at first, but for some reason, Lil TJ cut the performance short and left the stage after a few songs. This upset some fans in the crowd, so after the show, TJ was chilling outside the venue when he was approached by a group of fans. A video later popped up on the internet showing him getting into a huge brawl with some of his fans outside the venue. Police and security guards eventually had to break it up, and at the end of of the video, you could hear Lil TJ telling them, "Don't touch me." The footage quickly went viral, and rumors started going around that the fans also snatched Lil TJ's chain. But he instantly hopped up on the gram and shut the rumors down, letting everyone know that he still had his chain.
Good child really take my chain. It would have been a lot of those right there.
If that wasn't enough, it only got worse because a few days later, the rapper was performing in Manchester and challenged one of his fans to come on stage so they could box each other because the fan threw a water bottle on stage and got water all over TJ. So TJ stopped the show after that happened and told the audience,
Let's show you my hands really work. Come on. No. Handle. Lam up. Come on. I'm gonna bring you up.
the fan was brought near the stage, and TJ had his security guards rough the dude up since he wasn't happy about getting hit with water. A lot of people were upset with this, and according to someone who was at the show, it only lasted 25 minutes before he stopped it, took his chains off, and tried to get the guy on stage. Now let's move on to PNB Rock, because before he passed, he had a problem with a fan in 2017 who tried pulling a prank on him because YouTuber Queens Flip tried pulling a prank on PNB, but took things too far.
What up, you not like me, and I'm not like you. I'm gonna hit when I spit.
Because after Queen snatched PNB Rock's daughter's toy, Rock wanted all the smoke, and they tried telling him it was a prank, but he wasn't hearing it. So we squared up with Queens and threw a few his way, but nobody was harmed in this situation since Queens' friend eventually settled everything down.
It was a joke, bro. It was a joke, man. It was a joke. Get out of here, man. It was a joke. It was a joke, y'all. It was a joke.